Have you ever been lured into a real crime investigation that defies explanation, leaving you with more questions than answers? The story of Suzanne Morphew, a mother of two who went missing during a Mother's Day bike ride near her Colorado home in 2020, is one such mystery that's captivated the country. Imagine the unnerving uncertainty of a seemingly routine day evolving into a terrifying puzzle with legal twists and turns that only add to the mystery. In this investigation into Suzanne Morphew's abduction and murder, we'll dig into the complexities of a case that's left a community and a nation wrestling with the terrible effect of loss and the unwavering quest for justice. So, without any further ado, let's dive into the video. The disappearance and subsequent murder of Suzanne Morphew has left a haunting imprint on the collective consciousness of the nation. On Mother's Day in 2020, Suzanne, a devoted mother of two, embarked on a routine bike ride near her Colorado home in Maysville. Little did her family and community know that this seemingly innocuous activity would mark the beginning of a harrowing mystery that would captivate the country for years to come. The sudden vanishing of Suzanne Morphew sparked an extensive search effort, with volunteers, law enforcement agencies, and concerned citizens combing through the rugged terrain of Chaffee County in a desperate bid to find any trace of the missing woman. Yet, despite the tireless efforts and widespread media attention, Suzanne remained elusive, her whereabouts shrouded in uncertainty and speculation. What events transpired during that fateful bike ride, and what ultimately led to Suzanne's disappearance? Was it a random act of violence or something more sinister lurking beneath the surface? Following Suzanne Morphew's disappearance, her husband, Barry Morphew, became the principal focus of the inquiry. As the missing woman's spouse, Barry faced tremendous scrutiny from both police authorities and the public, with suspicions growing regarding his probable participation in Suzanne's disappearance. The discovery of Suzanne's abandoned bike on a desolate stretch of Highway 50 fanned conjecture, throwing doubt on Barry and raising unsettling concerns about his possible complicity in his wife's abduction. Despite maintaining his innocence and saying that he was working in Broomfield, Colorado at the time of Suzanne's bike trip, Barry found himself at the center of a swirling maelstrom of suspicion and speculation. What clues, if any, pointed to Barry Morphew's involvement in Suzanne's disappearance? And what drove law enforcement officials to focus their attention on him as a person of interest in the case? The ongoing investigation into Suzanne Morphew's disappearance took a startling turn in 2021 when authorities charged Barry Morphew in connection with his wife's alleged death. The decision to prosecute Barry with murder and tampering with physical evidence shook the community, increasing public interest in the case and raising examination of the evidence against him. As the legal processes began, the focus switched to the courtroom, where Barry Morphew was accused of complicity in his wife's abduction and assumed death. The allegations against Barry sparked a fervent debate about the nature of the evidence and the strength of the case against him, leaving many to ponder the complexities of seeking justice in cases where the truth remains elusive. What factors led prosecutors to pursue charges against Barry Morphew, and what evidence did they believe supported their case? And how would the legal proceedings unfold as Barry faced the weight of the accusations leveled against him? After the original allegations against Barry Morphew, the legal landscape surrounding Suzanne Morphew's case took an unexpected turn in April 2022 when a court rejected the charges, claiming the need for more time to gather evidence. The decision to withdraw the charges was a huge setback for prosecutors, raising new questions about the strength of the evidence against Barry. Amid the legal maneuvering and procedural discussions, Suzanne's family and supporters were left with a fresh sense of anxiety and anguish, wondering if they would ever find closure in the aftermath of her disappearance. The dismissal of charges against Barry Morphew underscored the complexities and challenges of pursuing justice in cases where critical evidence remains elusive, leaving many to ponder the enduring mysteries surrounding Suzanne's fate. What led the judge to dismiss the charges against Barry Morphew, and what implications did this decision have for the ongoing investigation into Suzanne's disappearance? And how would Suzanne's family and supporters navigate the turbulent aftermath of this legal development as they continue to search for answers? The twists and turns in the legal proceedings surrounding Suzanne Morphew's case were further compounded by allegations of prosecutorial misconduct, casting a shadow of doubt over the integrity of the investigation and the handling of key evidence. District Attorney Linda Stanley, who had initially filed murder charges against Barry Morphew, found herself at the center of controversy as accusations of misconduct surfaced, raising troubling questions about the conduct of law enforcement officials involved in the case. The allegations against Stanley prompted a closer examination of the investigation and legal proceedings, with critics questioning the fairness and transparency of the process. Against the backdrop of mounting scrutiny and public outcry, the pursuit of justice in Suzanne Morphew's case became mired in a web of legal complexities and ethical quandaries, leaving many to wonder about the broader implications for the criminal justice system. What allegations of prosecutorial misconduct were levied against District Attorney Linda Stanley, and how did they impact public perception of the case? And what measures were taken to address concerns about the integrity of the investigation and legal proceedings amidst the allegations of misconduct? Amidst the legal battles and public scrutiny, the Morphew family grappled with the devastating loss of Suzanne and the emotional toll of the prolonged legal saga. As they awaited answers about the circumstances of Suzanne's death and the outcome of the investigation, they navigated a landscape fraught with uncertainty and unanswered questions. Attorney Iris Eiton, representing the Morphew family, spoke out about their anguish and frustration, highlighting the profound impact of Suzanne's disappearance and murder on her loved ones. The Morphew family's quest for justice and closure became intertwined with the broader search for truth in Suzanne's case, underscoring the deeply personal stakes involved in the pursuit of justice. How did Suzanne's disappearance and murder impact her family, and what challenges did they face in navigating the legal aftermath of her death? And how did their quest for justice intersect with the broader search for truth and accountability in Suzanne's case as they sought closure amidst the uncertainty and grief? The legal battles and investigations surrounding Suzanne Morphew's case have cast a spotlight on the complexities and challenges of pursuing justice in cases of missing persons and suspected homicides. The case has prompted soul-searching and reflection within the legal community and sparked discussions about the need for transparency, accountability, and ethical conduct in the pursuit of justice. The investigation into Suzanne Morphew's disappearance and murder unfolds. Persistent questions surround the circumstances leading to her tragic end and the roles of those entangled in the legal proceedings. This case has not only marked the community with indelible sorrow, but has also emphasized the crucial need for truth and accountability in the midst of challenges and ambiguity. The quest for answers resonates beyond the immediate impact, highlighting the broader significance of seeking justice even in the face of adversity. Suzanne's story stands as a poignant reminder of the enduring quest for clarity and responsibility, urging a community and beyond to reflect on the complexities inherent in the pursuit of truth in the wake of a harrowing tragedy. Suzanne's family and supporters continue their quest for justice and closure, and they're joined by a nation grappling with the enduring legacy of a life cut short and the quest for answers in the wake of tragedy. How has Suzanne Morphew's case reshaped discussions about the pursuit of justice in cases of missing persons and suspected homicides? And what lessons can be gleaned from the complexities and challenges of navigating the legal aftermath of her disappearance and murder as society grapples with broader questions about accountability and transparency in the criminal justice system? As the investigation into Suzanne Morphew's abduction and murder proceeds, her legacy serves as a sobering reminder of the fragility of life and the long-term consequences of unresolved tragedies. The search for justice and closure continues, spurred by law enforcement's unyielding commitment, activists' relentless efforts, and the steadfast optimism of Suzanne's loved ones. In the midst of uncertainty and tragedy, Suzanne Morphew's legacy goes on, encouraging a community and a nation to never give up in the search of truth and responsibility. As we consider the intricacies of this case and the terrible grief it's caused, may Suzanne's legacy be honored by a resolve to pursue justice, uncover answers, and finally, provide comfort to those left behind. The story of Suzanne Morphew piques your interest and provides insight. As we discuss the complex web of facts, claims, and emotions, your point of view counts. Share your views and opinions on this fascinating situation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Smash the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.